What's the most disturbing thing you discovered about your child's teacher? My 9-year-old son Marcus came home from school and immediately went to his room without his usual snack or TV time. When I called him for dinner, he said he wasn't hungry, which was impossible because this kid could eat a horse after school. That night, I heard him crying through his bedroom door. When I went in, he was sitting on his bed holding his report card, tears streaming down his face. All A's except for one subject, physical education. There was a big red F with a note attached that said, refuses to participate in mandatory fitness assessments. It took me an hour of gentle coaxing to get the truth out of him. Marcus explained that their new PE teacher, Coach Bradley, had implemented fitness testing for all students. But this wasn't normal fitness testing. Coach Bradley was making kids strip down to their underwear, weighing them on a scale in front of the entire class, and measuring their body fat with calipers while calling out the numbers for everyone to hear. My son, who's always been a little heavier than other kids, had refused to participate after watching his classmates get humiliated. One girl had started crying when Coach Bradley announced her weight was concerning for her age. Another boy was told he was dangerously obese and needed to stop eating so much junk food in front of 30 other kids. When Marcus refused to strip down, Coach Bradley made him sit on the bleachers and wrote refuses to comply on his assessment sheet. Then he announced to the class that Marcus would receive an F in PE unless he participated in the mandatory health evaluation. The next morning, I stormed into that school demanding to speak with the principal immediately. I explained exactly what was happening in Coach Bradley's class, my voice shaking with rage. I asked if publicly humiliating children about their bodies was part of their health curriculum, and if they thought traumatizing kids about their weight was appropriate for 9-year-olds. The principal looked confused and said she wasn't aware of any new fitness testing protocols. She immediately called Coach Bradley to the office. When he tried to defend his methods by saying childhood obesity was a serious epidemic that required tough love, I completely lost it. I told them both that what was happening was psychological abuse disguised as health education. I informed them I was filing complaints with the school district, the state education department, and considering legal action for the emotional trauma inflicted on these children. I demanded Coach Bradley be removed from his position immediately, and that all the humiliating fitness assessments be destroyed. But here's where it gets interesting. The principal asked to see Coach Bradley's teaching credentials. Turns out he wasn't actually a certified PE teacher. He was a personal trainer from a local gym who had been volunteering as a fitness consultant and had somehow convinced the previous principal to let him take over PE classes when the real teacher went on maternity leave. This man had been conducting unauthorized fitness assessments on children, collecting their personal health data, and taking photos of kids in their underwear for his fitness portfolio, all without any teaching credentials, background checks, or parental consent. The police were called immediately. Coach Bradley was arrested that afternoon. The investigation revealed he had similar fitness programs at 3 other schools and had been building a database of children's body measurements and photos. The superintendent personally apologized and implemented immediate safeguards requiring background checks for all volunteers. My son got his PE grade changed to an A, but more importantly, he learned that standing up for what's right, even when authority figures pressure you, is always the correct choice.